Let's see. Go live here for a little while. Just got off Michael Stackins live. Had a few people out there. Earlier today, I did some T-Bird pours, 019 and 020. And I didn't intend on doing 021, but I did. Okay. Give me a moment here. Get my laptop going so I can see the chat. Maybe I can jingle my buffaloes around and jingle my silver and get Jackknife out here. Maybe we can get OC out there. Got some Butterfingers for him there on the table right next to those copper bars. Let's see here. Okay, that's down. I got my live going up. Let me pop open a chat window here. Give me a moment. I'm gonna pop that chat window out. There we go. It always shows up on the left. I don't like it on the left. Oh, it is what it is, I guess. Let me see here. Scroll this down so I can see what I'm looking at. Give me a moment. I'll see who's out here. Where's my chat? Right there. Chew! How you doing, Chew? Good to see you. Seeing you out there at quite a few places there tonight. Oh, look at that. Stand back. Get away from the Butterfingers. Nobody gets hurt. Oh, look at that. Those are nice and fresh. You know what, OC? I mean, I think it's right now. It's only me and you. I think Chew dropped in. He likes to say hi and he pops out. I know he's still okay. Gotta be still in here, maybe. He's still in here with us, Chew. Uh, you know, to me, that's crack. That's just like crack. Those Butterfingers. Let me tell you, my boy had sent me up some stuff through the mail over Christmas, and this is even worse than Butterfingers. I love pistachios. I like pink Himalayan salt, but these are milk chocolate pistachios. And I found these. I got these on Amazon. This is T-Bird had ordered a bag, and they are so addicting. They're worse than Butterfingers. OMG. Wow. If you like pistachios, which I like me, and you have them mixed with chocolate with pink Himalayan salt, wow. OMG. They are, I just can't stop eating them. It's like I opened this bag. I mean, the first bag, I think we finished it off within a day. I just opened this last night and I'm halfway through that bag. You have those as well? Wow. Man, are they good. Yeah, I had, I don't know if you've seen any of my pours tonight. I got a copper brick road here of T-Bird pours. Of course, I'd been sick for a little while. You keep them in the fridge? Yeah. Yeah, we keep them over near a cooler part of the house, near our pantry. But I put these in order. Of course, there's a few of these that are going out. These are some of the earlier, very early ones. That's 03, that's 05, this is 0, or, 003, 005, 006. And it starts out at 007 over here because some of the other ones have already gone out to a few people. That one is going to be being mailed to Seven Stacks. And there's another one here. I forget who it is, but there's another one going out to somebody else. And also this one down here. I don't know if you guys can see that one. No, you can't see that one. You can't see it. That's maybe a little better. Hey, Turbo Stacking, how you doing? Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, chocolate covered pistachios. Oh, man, they are good. They're awesome. Yeah, I got the copper brick road here. These are all in sequence 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. This one, I mean, they're all stamped just for the numbers that I got. This one I haven't cleaned up yet, but this one was 17. This one was 18. And then on tonight's pour, which is going out to Snakebite, he requested it. He sent me an email and he talked about it. His birthday's on September 19th. And I just poured this one tonight. I'm pretty sure I did a short on that one. I got that one cleaned up and I stamped it. I've got them in order right now. And I only intend on doing 2 T-Bird pours. Hey, Deneen, how you doing? Thank you very much for stopping by. And I did 020 and I had enough in there when I poured 020. Danny knows, she was there. She was watching. She checked out my videos. I hadn't even intended on doing it, but I didn't think I had enough. I stuck the rest of it back in the crucible, back in the furnace, and as soon as I put it in there, I lifted the cover. I looked at it, I still had molten copper. So I immediately said, I'm going to pour 021. But I didn't have any intentions on doing that. I haven't got it cleaned up yet or not. But these are ones I still haven't cleaned up. I'm debating whether I even want to, because the reason is the color, that the way they came out. Let me see if I can't stimulate our brother here, our brother from Canada. Come on, Jackknife. Jackknife. Come on, Danny, put up the sailboats for Jackknife. He's got to be out there. He's got to be out there. Oh yeah, yeah. I'm so close to 500. I haven't really been trying to push it. Like I said, OC Stacker said if I don't want to get to 500, he'll drop out. But I don't want him to drop out. I think he's a good buddy of mine. I'm not trying to race. I'm not in a race to get anything. It seems like, I don't want to say everybody. Oh, oh, he's picking on Danine. Oh boy. I don't want to push it. I'm going to get to 500. I could have been there already, probably. Of course, I had been sick, and Mrs. Teber got sick, and I hadn't really done a whole lot in 2 weeks. It's going to come. I'm not even trying to promote myself to try to get myself any higher. It'll come. I have faith and trust that it'll come. Every time when I come on and I start doing content and posting stuff out there, I always seem to gain subs from the content I'm posting. And there's a lot of people that comment highly of some of my videos. I'm not the best content creator. I don't got the. I've had a few people say, 2 or 3 say it's the best backdrop and presentation they've seen. I find it hard to believe. I do it because this is what I like, and it makes me happy. It brings me joy, and I try to share it. I still got my Christmas stuff up. I'll probably leave it up another week or so. Um, but it's all of what I like and how I like it to be. And I do like to share it with people that do appreciate, what I show and what I do. I just have to get a little more organized, because, like I said, a lot of times I jump in and I don't pay attention to the chat. And of course, Jackknife, which isn't here, he's really opened my eyes to it. And I know I kind of knew it way deep down, but I try to watch the chat, and I have kind of an excuse, but everybody has excuses. My reading glasses I haven't updated in a long time, and it's very difficult for me to even see the chat on my phone, let alone the chat on my computer, which I just recently figured out how to get the chat and pop it out, and I could actually make it bigger so I can see it now pretty good. And I think I've been doing a pretty good job, but every time Jackknife's out here, he still only gives me a 2 out of 20. But bigger is not always better. You're right, brother. I hear you. But for this case, for me, for reading, it is. But my bad thing is, I do so much. I like copper. I like silver. I like gold. I like numismatics. Um, I like panning. I like doing the Coinstar thing. Um, I like rocks. I've got a wide variety of people that I frequent on YouTube and things that I enjoy and like to do. Of course, you can't see that because of the background, but here's a little geode. I can't remember everybody's name off the top of my head, but I do a little bit of everything, and it's what makes me happy. And yeah, OC, you missed it. We were in T-Rexes, me and Danine, and everybody left, and we had the circle of death, and we were staying there. We were supporting T-Rex, and then I started singing. I said, boy, this is kind of, I forget what exactly I said, but I said, I'm singing You and Me, singing in the dark or dancing in the dark. And I said, after you said something inside of the Michael Stackens, I said, he must have been out there sandbagging on me and you, Janine, watching us dance in the dark. Oh, man. Maybe have Kim go on with you and she can read the chat. Yeah, she could. She's right in the next room. She can hear me. I got nothing to hide. Hey, Brown Sugar, it's all good. She's my sister. She's my sister from Alaska, just like you're my brother from California. Thanks for stopping in, Brown Sugar. My voice is still a little raspy though, still from that cold. It's a nasty, nasty virus. And hey, Broke Sacker, how you doing? Um, uh, I think I'd asked you the other day, Broke. Um, I got an idea of I know why, because I had a nice clean crucible, but you see those? Look at that purple red that them bars came out. I think you might have seen those, but wow, I'm almost tempted not to even clean those ones up. This one maybe. Boy, that was really wicked though, the way they came out. And I did do a pour in a video, which I think most of you that are out here that seen. Of course, to me, Broke, these pours now, um, the copper pours I am doing flawlessly, and I have no problem pouring pour after pour after pour after pour with no hesitation. I'm very comfortable with it. And I did a pour not that long ago after my 17th and 8th, after my 17th, 18th pour. I had to test myself with the other smaller one to make sure that I could do as good with the small stuff as I did on the bigger bar pours. Hey, Knuckle Bustin', how you doing? Thanks for stopping in. And I flawlessly executed that off too. I had to test myself, so I did. Now tomorrow I do have another heart pour. If you watched my pours tonight, I have another heart, a graphite heart mold that I came in that I'm going to do silver in. I'm going to do half of it, and I'm going to let that set like that. And I'm going to do my little Dremel tool. I'm going to make a little design or a little wording in there and make a little heart shaped hole. And I'm going to retop that off and make like a jigsaw puzzle out of the heart like I did. I had another heart that was smaller, that was thinner that I'd ordered. And it was a graphite mold, but it looked a little different than the normal graphite molds. And I don't know if you, Broke, have ever noticed that. Of course, the graphite molds you want to heat up a little bit before you pour your copper into. And I'd taken my MAP gas torch. I didn't even have it on there for 30 seconds, maybe 45 seconds. And that graphite heart mold popped and exploded. There was pieces that went flying everywhere. I believe, hey, 3D Woodswork, how you doing? Thanks for stopping by. I think what it might have been is a defect in the graphite mold when it was put together, and there might have been some type of like an air pocket inside the graphite that had heated up, being enclosed or something. But it startled the heck out of me, and it's a good thing I had my safety goggles on in my attire, because there's a few pieces that flew up and hit me, but it completely disintegrated. Um, I was pretty shocked, but I did email. I paid like, I don't know, $27 or something for that heart, that graphite heart, and I sent the thing back, and I got to have it mailed out before the 1st of October to get credit for it. I mean, the $27 ain't gonna kill me. It's like taking a penny and, you know, $27. Eh, it ain't anything. But I didn't even get to use it, and I'm a firm believer. Yeah, it's like a steam explosion. Uh, yes, I always slowly heat it up. I heated it up no different than any of the other graphite molds that I do, Broke. But it's like once I did, I slowly went to go heat it up, and whatever, within inside of 30 seconds it exploded. And I'm thinking there was something on the inside of the graphite mold that wasn't done quite correctly, and it was maybe like an air pocket, possibly moisture or something, and that's what created it to explode. I've heated up 4 or 5 different types and styles of graphite molds, and I've never had that happen. But it was a little bit of a shock and an eye opener to me as well. But I'm going to be getting my money back from it. And I was trying to explain myself that the $27 isn't anything to me. It's like taking a penny and tossing it. But it's the principle behind it. It's something I paid for, and I didn't get to use it. And so I'm doing the return thing, and I'm going to send them back the pieces, and I get my money for it. I'm not going to get another one. It was much smaller than I even wanted, anyways. But I'm sure you might have experienced that once before. I was going to give you a call earlier, 3D, but I was going to wait till later on or something. I didn't know if you were working or busy or whatnot. But yeah, I might keep those pores. I'm not sure like that. At least probably that one. I don't think I want to clean that one up. I kind of like that one with the purple. Now, the one thing I did experience tonight is I had my 2 kilo Crucible 3D. You're pouring copper now? Yeah. I didn't dare to use my 3 kilo again. Like I said, I've done about 10 different pours, 10 different 3 hour pours with that. And I took it out tonight. I was going to use it again. It looks pretty decent, but it feels much lighter. And the last time I used it, a lot more of the graphite powder came off from it. Now, the 2 kilo that I had used, of course, there's a smaller diameter and it doesn't quite go to the bottom, but there's more airspace in that. And I did find that it did take longer for my copper to melt than in my 3 kilo. I got a brand new 3 kilo. I haven't seasoned it yet. Now, I'm glad 3D's on here and I'm glad the Broke Stacker's on here. I don't know whether you'll agree with me or not, but I do know when you got a crucible for the first time and it's brand new, you should bring it up to 500 degrees Celsius for about 10 to 15 minutes and then let it cool down naturally all on its own. And that's that. Now, the first and the second time that whether I melted copper or was silver, either or, I brought the temperature to 500 degrees Celsius first. Uh, that was only the first and second time. After that, whether I put silver or whether I put copper in it, to me, I'm thinking, okay, it's already seasoned. You should only need to season that crucible once. To me, it's a wasted time to heat that crucible up to 500 degrees to wait to put your metal into. If you're going to turn around, it's already seasoned. You don't need to season it again. The first time, yes. Now, and I've had no problems with any of my crucibles or any of my metals or anything. But when I usually cut my copper up, which you've seen, I'll put my copper in there. I'll put my copper all cut up, and I prefer that way in the bottom so it stays lower, so it heats better because the heat is better lower in the crucible than at the middle or the top. And if you have it like in there just stacked and thrown in there, it'll take a lot longer for it to melt down. Excuse me. But what I'm trying to get at is I think it's a wasted time to keep heating your crucible up, losing life expectancy of that crucible to 500 degrees before you put your copper in there. Because for the last 8, 9, 10 times, I've just been putting my material in there cold once the crucible is already seasoned originally. I put it in there cold. I turn it up to the temperature I want to start at, and I let it build up to that, right up to that. And then after a certain time, it's melted. I've had no difficulties or no problems at all whatsoever. I just think it's an extra. It might take 10 or 15 minutes to get up to that, 500 degrees, but why waste that time before you can pour? To me, if you're thinking about it, whether the crucible has to go from 0 to 500 and then put your cold material in there, cools it back down, then you got a longer time that you have to wait for that to heat up and go. And it shouldn't affect the crucible any at all, which whatever. If you put it in there cold at the same temperature what the crucible is as the metal is, and you have your copper all cut up and it's in there as that crucible's heating, that copper's heating at the same time, you're getting a consistent heat all the way up through. And regardless, I'm going to continually keep doing it the way I've been doing it. I've been very, successful at doing it. But I can understand what you're saying to get any type of moisture or anything out of there. I do see that, and I do kind of understand that. I'm not subjected to any water in there, and the temperature could cause it to create some moisture. Yes, I can understand that. But I've been doing it out there for eight different times and sessions, and even before I used to heat my garage up with my salamander that I had out there, my Mr. Heater, till I got to like about 45 or 50 degrees. And I've even stopped doing that. I've been consistently using my furnace at 1,170. I know you said you bring yours up to 1,200 and then you'd bring it back down. Let's see. Here is the ones for tonight anyways. Let's see. There was one that weighed 3.22. This one was pour number 20. I ain't gonna go over. I'll be the shaman of the copper here. I seen an Indian there, a Batman, a man with some type of wings or something. I'm the shaman, the reader of the copper. How many bars are left in the building? Oh, let's see. I'll tell you how many I got here in a minute. This is number 021. I haven't cleaned that one up yet. This one was 2.57. And the one that I had poured, which is going to be going out to Snakebite, was 3.22, I believe. No, 2.80. And I cleaned that one up. And Snakebite had requested to have that one. It would be the symbolizing the date of his birthday. Let's see. Actually, this is number 3, 5, and 6. And then it's 7, 8, 9, 10, all the way down through. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. There's 18 of them. 18 T-Bird bars out of 21. Number 22 is going to be for me. I'm going to be doing that in silver for my silver shot. Number 22 is going to symbolize the date of the month that I was born. 022. And that's going to be in silver, and that's going to be for me to keep. Let's see. I think we still got 3D in here. Back 500 back cold and good to go. Yeah. I'd have to. I understand the thing about that with the bringing it up to 500. So to me, it seems like it's such a waste. I don't know, because it's like you're going to be doing it anyways. I'd have to talk to you, and I want to talk to you about that on the phone. Any material in the could be heat up most of the time. You definitely can add cold material, adds temperature as well. Yeah, and I do that. That's when I had first started. When I was melting, I had hot molten stuff in there, and I had some extra stuff that I might have cut off or something. I'd open it up and I'd drop some in there, but I would make sure that they were dry. It was dry first, and that actually from some of the extra stuff I might have taken, like what was left in one of the crucibles, and I might have cleaned it off or whatever in my little quenching bowl. And then I'd just take my MAP gas and I'd take the water off. I wouldn't put anything in the water going down in there. But with cold metal, I've had no problems with going down there. Just listening, OC. Okay, I'll just eat that other Butterfinger then, because you're just listening, you're not watching. So them are some good Butterfingers. Yes, they are. I didn't see Michael Stackett stopping here. I thought I'd see Michael come in here. But yeah, I think I could have figured that out also for Danine, for T-Rex, what was going on. Because he was still connected. He was still live. He didn't get booted off from his live. I've had it happen to me before, and you have to get into the right area of where you're streaming to reset it to get it to go in there, or you have to end the stream in order to get out, because his stream was not ended in that. Hey, Knuckle Bustin'. Have a good night. Thank you for stopping by. But his live stream was still carrying on and still going. It just that there was no connection between his streaming device, such as my phone right here that I got my hand out on. There was no connection between that the phone and to where whatever his whether he was connected by Ethernet or probably Wi-Fi or something. But the easiest way for him to have done it, however, whatever he was streaming from, would to be just shut it down and restart it, and then he would have to restart the live. Yeah, thanks again, Knuckle Bustin'. Appreciate you, brother. We'll see you probably Monday night on my way going to work. There was something else I wanted to talk about too, and like I said, I don't know if 3D is still out here, but I'm probably going to try again. No, he said he was going to be pouring some copper. I probably shouldn't call him. I wanted to call him and talk to him about a few things. Broke before you go. I think if you haven't, or if you're about ready to go, the first time that I noticed tonight, which I had the 2 kilo crucible, and I haven't used that one that many times. I'd seasoned it like the 500 and brought it down to temperature. I think I used it 3 times, but that one seems to be taking a punishment because, like I said, the diameter isn't as big as the 3 kilo. It's almost as long in depth, but tonight it took me a lot longer to melt using the 2 kilo than it did 3 kilo, and I've noticed that periodically. Um, the one thing that I did do after my first pour, of course, you always get that little ladle piece a lot of times that goes up the side, and it takes a while for it to go back down for it all melt, for it to all go down. Occasionally, once after 10 minutes or something, I'll open the top and I'll take my tongs and I'll try to tuck this down in there. Usually I can roll it around and push it down. I get it to melt quicker. Um, uh, and there's been other times where it's like I'm so surprised. Like tonight, when I went to do number 20 and 21, I actually went to go do 20. Hey, Bellows Forge, how you doing? Thanks for stopping by, popping in and say hi and thumbs up. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much. Crucible was new, was finished, rough or smooth. When the Crucible was new, the finish was smooth. When it was new, all my crucibles that I got were all smooth. It's just like this one. This is my This would be my second kilo, 2 kilo crucible. They were smooth like this. Um, but I used this. It's this brother before tonight to do my copper pours, and of course I poured the number 19 out of it. I'd had like 7 point some odd ounces. I'd poured that one, and then I added, before I even poured that one, I added a little extra to it. And I poured those 3 bars that you see down here at the bottom. Return that. I poured these 3 bars, so I probably had somewhere around 8.5 ounces in there. But it took a lot longer. And when I poured the first one, that was fine. I put it back in there. It took another 10, 15, 20 minutes for that ladle piece to go down in there and to melt before I could do number 20. When I poured number 20, I immediately stuck it right back into the furnace, and I dumped it out of my graphite mold, and then I picked it up and I quenched it, and then I looked over inside to see how the copper was doing, and it was completely melted. So I said, oh, I didn't even plan on doing old 21. So I immediately poured old 21. And then after that, I quenched it. I stuck it back up in there. And of course, there was just a little bit left. And I looked in the top, opened the top, and I looked down there. I still had molten metal, but it was like that, a lot of powdery stuff that I've never gotten before. You get the powder around the top and on the inside afterwards, but this was like a real fluffy, extremely fluffy powder that came out because I used my other mold. I heated my other mold up for the arrowhead. I thought maybe I could pour a small arrowhead, and then I awesome. You got another angel. Nice, good for you, 3D. But I noticed when I poured it out, I'm talking like maybe an inch high, probably that big around of graphite powder. It was very fluffy from my 2 kilo crucible, which I've only used 3 times. That was the third burn that have even used it for. And that was very odd because I do get the graphite powder every time when I get done. But this was actually like a pile of it. I don't understand what that was. Thank you, 3D. Appreciate the 15 out of 20. If Jackknife was here, I think he should concur, but he probably wouldn't. He'd only give me a 2 out of 10 or 2 out of 20. But if it ain't any consultation or any problem, 3D, as soon as I get done this live, I don't plan on being too long. I'd like to give you a call if you don't mind, unless you're busy. Just to chat with you, me and you one on one. If that's all right. If you don't got time, that's no problem. Yeah, we got another angel. Yeah, the The smooth ones are really good. It's kind of strange because I talked to 3D about that too. Is like my original 3 kilo that I got with my furnace. Like I said, I've gotten 10 3-hour burns with that. Hey, Last Breath Woodsworth, how you doing? Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you. Make sure to smash that like button for me. But yeah, that it's still that 3 kilo still looks good, but it's so much lighter now. It's not feeling spongy 3D or anything. But I don't dare really use it anymore because I don't want to have it break inside. I don't want to have metal in there and have it bust inside. Um, did Check Stacker sneak in here? Because I didn't even see him, and I'm watching the chat. Oh, let me see here. I gotta look at the chat here. I gotta scroll back. I see somebody saying hey to Checks, and I didn't see Checks pop in here. Yes, he did. Went right by me. Ooh, sorry, Check Stacker. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you. I was looking at it. I see nothing but the broke Bellows Forge OC. It was up towards the top. I apologize. I still, I should still have a 15 out of 20, right? 3D. I caught it. So close any day now. Yeah, Bellows. I saw here 5 days ago you produced your first video. I went and checked that out last night. Good job, brother. That quarter, like I said, I'm into numismatics quite a bit, but my silver journey kind of people already give you what it was. It's a retained cut. It's a small one. The coin's going to be worth probably only value to you. It's not real rare. It happens. I have a lot of retained cuts that are like that. It's something that I just wouldn't throw back into pocket change, but I would put it in a little flip and keep it. And that's maybe one thing I was thinking earlier. There was something I wanted to talk about and I couldn't remember. And that's one of the things I wanted to talk about if you had stopped in. Because I actually brought out my purposely in case you would stop by. I brought out my a little Tom Love magnifying microscope. I was going to show you. I turned it on. The battery's low, and it comes on, and you go to use it, and it shuts right back down. So I can't really show that to you. But at some point in time, I will break out some coins, and I'll show you some cuds and some retained cuds. The bigger the cud on the coin, the more it's worth, the more value it holds. But something that I could see, it's too bad I couldn't see it closer, but I could visualize where you were seeing it, only knowing where the quarter, where the R was on the quarter in the dollar part, like you were explaining, and I could see it. It's not a very large one, but it's not real rare. There's not a lot of them, but there's not big money behind them. It's something nice that you can put in your a show book that you have or in your coin book and say, hey, I got one, but it was a cool find. It was very, very nice find, brother. Yo, OC Stacker. He's back. Let me see. Yeah, my voice is really raspy. Hold on, I gotta grab a drink out of the other room, guys. You have to excuse me. Okay, last breath. There we go. How was that? It's pretty nice. Check Stacker. I like it. I really like it. I haven't yet. What I wanted to try to do is, in case Bellows came on, because he had put a video and I'd watched it tonight and had a retained die cut on it. It was a real small one. I kind of done it. I've done it before, but I don't even know if I can get this power on right now. Might power. I'm gonna set this right on there. But it doesn't take too long, and I was really curious on how well I could get this to zoom in and how well it would actually look. I don't know. Is that a quarter? I want to see how this would react because I do know there's other ones that you can take. Yeah, I wanted to see how it would work if I had zoomed in on it through my phone. I guess that would actually work pretty good. Yep, see, it's shutting down. Like I said, the battery's low on it. I'd have to recharge it, replug it in. But the one thing that I didn't like about this, I'm sorry, I'm not looking at the chat, but these are real nice. They're not that bad. I bought this several years ago. Like I said, I'm very big into numismatic coins and my silver and gold, my copper, and everything else that I do. But it has batteries right here. They're rechargeable, and there's nothing wrong with that. But this has a place right here for a memory to store for storage. But the one thing that's where you plug it into to charge it. But I don't think I lost the. I don't know where I got the instructions for it. Oh, hold on a second. Did I put that in backwards? No. I'll have to mess with it afterwards. But that's where the power goes into it. I'm wondering if that's the same power cord where the power plugs into it. If that would go to the computer, because I have seen people link these up to the computer, and I do not have another. I don't have another option to plug it in from the unit to the laptop to be able to stream it. You know, I think I'm gonna have to research to see if I can get one for that purpose. So I can just have the say I can have the microscope over in front of me wherever I may be, and I can be doing my thing and having it attached straight to my computer or my phone or whatever, so I could be streaming right to where you guys can see it. So I think I maybe got to upgrade it so I can have a USB cord connected to from my Tom Love microscope to the phone or to the laptop. But I'm glad to see that it's actually able to pick up through my camera on my phone to where if I wanted to show something, I could. It's just a matter, I'll have to charge it up. I'll send you a link on an email. Someone's trying to sell one of the same coin on eBay for $15. Yeah, there's a lot of that out there. Bellows Forge. There's a lot of that out there that people are got retained cuds and like that, and you could do it. You could probably sell it. There's people out there that are a little bit, naive, a little bit oblivious to it, and I mean, I've seen coins and stuff out there where people are trying to get big money out of them, like 2 and 3 and 4 times their worth, and somebody that's not as knowledgeable on coins would say, "Oh," and they'll say it's rare, and it's maybe not rare. They'll say it's rare, and it's not too rare, but they're only, how can I explain it? They're propping up the coin, and they're making it to be something more than what it is, so they can get the money they're asking for it, even if it's 2 or 3 times more. But if it is, even if you pay 2 or 3 times more than what it is, if that's what it's worth to you and it brings you joy, then it's worth that much to you, and it doesn't matter. But there are a lot of coins, a lot of things on eBay that do sell much higher than what they should be. But anyway, it's just like let's see. Give me a minute here because I don't know where I put them. I know I've had them. I talked about it in a few of my other live streams. When I coin roll hunt, I found a few W mint marks, West Point mint marks and quarters. I got candy here. But I talked about it. Here's this one or no? Well, here's an actual proof. I don't know the year of that. Here's a proof that I found coin roll hunting. I mean, big deal. It's 1979S. When I was coin roll hunting, I bought coin rolls, and you guys can clearly see that's a proof. It's worth more than a quarter, yes. There's a little damage on the capsule right here. I gotta take it out of that capsule. I'm trying to think where it is. Where is it? I gotta get this desk all cleaned up and organized. I got silver all over the place. Try one more time for jackknife. Jackknife. Here, Jackknife. I don't think he's going to listen to me. I was trying to tell Michael Stacken that Michael's always shaking the wrong stuff because it's Jackknife is very partial to buffaloes. He's very partial to buffaloes and the sound that it makes. Do you think they mean? Yeah, you understand that is rare. It's not. It's there's not a lot of them, but it's nothing that holds numismatic value, or it's nothing that you're going to get a lot of money for. And like I said, if you put it on to eBay, could you get 15 for it? Maybe you could. Uh, would it be actually worth 15? Probably not. To me, if I had it, I would keep it and put it in my coin collection, and I would keep it to say, look, I found this. It's just like um, this proof that I found. Yeah, I found this. It didn't cost me anything. A quarter. Is it worth more than a quarter? Oh yeah, it definitely is worth more than a quarter. It's circulated. It's not something I could take and go send away and have it graded. If I did have it graded, it's unfortunate. I've talked about it before in the past, and it's only my own fault because I had actually had a membership for a year through PCGS, and um, here's some books that I got. But I've actually got my original forms that PCGS had sent me with my membership that I never ever took advantage of these forms that I had paid for through my membership. And I never sent out any of my coins. I think I had like 8 of them. Sorry. Excuse the language, but I PIS'd it away. I do that a lot. I've got 3 cars in the road right now. I only drive 1. I'm paying for insurance, full collision and everything on 3 cars. I'm getting. There's one of them that I took the plates and surrendered them. I'm taking that one off the road. I got another one that hasn't moved in 3-4 months. I'm probably going to do the same thing with that because I'm just making the insurance companies rich. But if you heard me talking before, actually this is some of the Pokemon cards I still have left from 1998. Some that I didn't sell, but the lesser ones. But I've had the Japanese ones, and there's a lot of them I sold for $200 and $300. These are sort of the leftovers. I got the trainers, but I had a ton of holographics, and I still got a few holographics left, I think. But this is what I was talking about before. I need to get myself organized where I talk about one thing at another and go jumping around. All right, the rope's on a B rate back. These are a lot of the trainer cards. There's a Lapras. I've had doubles and triples. Okay, I got Madonna. I got a Madonna card. But I had a lot of Pokemon cards, and I sold a lot. And a lot of them, I had one that was a Gem Mint 10 that was graded. I sold it to somebody in Canada for like $700. It was a Gem Mint 10 Bulbasaurus holographic. If I would have waited like another month or two, I would have sold it. I could have probably sold it for 3 times more than $700 because one had went for like $2,500 to $3,000, and it was a Gem Mint 9, and mine was a Gem Mint 10. If you know anything about cards and Gem Mint 9, Gem Mint 10, Gem Mint 10 is the best grade you can get on the cards. I had sold about maybe $10,000 worth of Pokemon cards, and like I said, the ones that I have left, here's some of the Japanese ones. I don't know if you guys ever seen them, but I had every one that they had. I sold the best ones. I still got some more somewhere else, but these are the ones I didn't sell. I just got away from it. Your son used to just pull the Pokemon card out and wants to take them to sell. Yeah, some of the newer ones. Yeah, these ones are the original Pokemon ones, 3D from 1990s. What is it, 97, 98, 99? They're the very first. They're the first editions. I had a lot of the first editions, the first edition holographics and whatnot. What channel? Let's see. This boat is sailing soon. Yeah, thank you very much. You got a coin show to do. Thank you for stopping in, Nadine. I appreciate you. I hope you're feeling better, and prayers to your family and yourself. I hope everything turns out well for you. Yeah, LC's gonna check out a channel. A coin shell. You gotta buy something, OC? Look, I got butterfingers. I won't be on too much longer, anyways, OC. So you can go. You can go check out the coins and see what's going on. Once I get done here, I'll probably go relax with Mrs. T-Bird, go tend to her some more. And yes, I do windows and I vacuum. You know, before you go, Miss Danine, you know, we were talking in Michael Stackins. I didn't want to say it in his channel. I don't really want to say it here either. But Mrs. T-Bird calls me a vacuum HOE. I love the vacuum. I don't love it. I'm asphyxiated on it. It's like if there's something that needs to be vacuumed or cleaned or whatever, I'm vacuuming. I'm all over the house vacuuming everything I can. It's just me. I'm particular like that. Well, have a good night. Appreciate you stopping in, and you as well, OC Stacker, 3D Woodworks. Thank you for stopping in. Bellow Sports, appreciate that, and I appreciate you stopping in, brother. I didn't. If you're still out here, 3D, give me a heads up whether it's a good time to call you or not when I get done the live. I can chat a bit. And thank you, the Broke Stacker, if you're still in here. You can get a picture of T-Bird in his high heels. Well, back. No, I don't wear no high heels. Thank you. I will. I'll give you a quick call and we'll chat. Yeah. I was going to say something else before I let you all go, but I don't remember now. Lost track of it. But yeah, these T-Bird pours, anyways. I got several of them going out to certain people that want to do some trades. There's another person that wants to do a trade with me that I talked with tonight. And the other ones are going to be going on some BINs on a live stream soon. Make sure to stay tuned tomorrow. I probably won't do a live, but I am going to be doing a silver pour tomorrow. I'm going to get that 3 kilo, that brand new one. I'm going to season that. I'm probably going to do a silver pour. I'm going to pour a T-Bird pour out of silver for myself. That's going to be number 022. And then I'm going to do the heart pour, and I'm going to go from there. Thanks, everyone, for stopping by. Have yourself a good night. Prayers for those who need them. Thanks, you brothers and sisters that have stopped in. You all know who you are. And we'll catch you out there next time. Alrighty. Love and peace to all of you. Have a good night, y'all. T-Bird out. In 5, 4, 3, 2. You and me singing in the dark. Good night. Bye, y'all. T-Bird out.